Hey everybody, Mr. Wagner here. Today we have, let's see here, Breakout 13. Now, if you remember from Breakout 12, we got a lot of the game itself running. Let me go ahead and run that. And you'll see, you press the N, it does the game just fine. So I noticed with Breakout 13, there was a few things that I wanted to get fixed. One is there was a bug on the side of the screen that pops up from time to time. Secondly, when you run out of bricks, it doesn't reset, so we need to get that fixed. And then thirdly, just a couple little miscellaneous things. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing is, when I run this game, I very often want to quit. And in order to quit, I usually hit escape or Q, but I have to actually program those in to get those to work. So let me code those. If you don't want to put those in your program, that's fine. It's just something that I like. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down here into our game loop where we're looking for the keys. And I'm going to put it right here. If event type equals key down. I'm going to put if event dot key equals k underscore escape. See, notice how it automatically populates that. Or event dot key equals k underscore q. Okay, so if I hit the Q button, it'll quit. And then all I really have to do here is do game running equals false. Okay, because once that game running is false, it'll go through the loop. The next time it'll say, wow, game running is false, and then it'll drop out. Okay, let's go ahead and run it. Just make sure escape key works. If I hit escape, boom, it's gone. Okay, perfect. So that's the first thing that I wanted to get done. Part two. Let's go ahead and code so that if we run out of bricks, it'll pause the game, like it'll stop the ball from moving, rebuild the bricks, and then go. Okay? So let's scroll down. And we need to look for where we have ball-brick interaction, which is right in here. Okay? So here is where we remove the brick. Remove the current brick that we've just hit. So if we hit that last brick, we want it to then check to see if we have any more bricks. Okay? And that's actually fairly simple, because if we have an empty list of bricks, then we no longer have to go checking for bricks. So we can say this: if the len, and that stands for the length of the array, of the list, and the list is called bricks. So if the length of bricks is equal to 0, then we're out of bricks, so now we can do something. So let's do a couple things. We're going to say new ball is equal to true. We're going to say dx equals 0, dy equals 0. Remember, those two things will stop the ball. And then we are going to put the ball on top of the paddle so it's ready to go for the next thing. So we'll do ball x equals paddle x plus paddle w divided by 2. And ball y equals paddle y minus 10. So it just puts it just slightly above that paddle. And then we need to make more bricks. So bricks equals make bricks 5, 19. Okay. Okay, everybody, so in order to test this, we're only going to make a few bricks, so that way we can check to make sure that this works. Now, I'm going to go up to my new key, you know, the new game, the N key, and change that make bricks to make a lot less bricks, and then we'll run that. Okay, so up here, make bricks, we're going to make, instead of 519, we're going to make one row of, say, 3 bricks, and we'll run that. When we hit the N key, boom. Okay, notice that? It reset all those bricks. Okay, very good. So we know our game is working. Go ahead and hit escape. I'm going to go ahead and change this back to 519. All right, very good. Now that's going to be some interesting editing. I'll show you if I can speed that up or get rid of some stuff because that took me a long time to test. Okay, so I have one other bug, and I will I'll put a little bit of a video in here where you can watch that. Okay, you see where that bug is? That ball goes up and down that right or left side. What's happening there is in our loop, our DX is actually going further to the right side or further to the left side, and then it gets caught again. Okay, so what we're going to do is every time it goes too far to the right, we are just going to move the ball over so it starts again, and then we're going to move the ball over again so it starts again. So let me show you where we're going to clean that up. And that's where we're checking to see if the ball hits the wall. And that's right here, bounce the ball off the wall. So the first thing is, if ball X is greater than screen width minus ball radius, that is the right side of the ball. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and make that right side of the ball. Okay, and instead of just dx times equals minus 1, that's great because we have to reverse the direction, but I'm also going to change the ball x to be equal to the screen width minus the ball radius. Okay, so that'll just basically put that at that one corner. We got a colon there. Let's get rid of that colon. And now we need, so that takes care of the right side of the screen. So right side of screen. Okay, and now we need to do the left side of the screen, which is this. If, and that's actually this part right here from previous, because we're just basically splitting up that or statement. Okay, so if, let's see, clear that up. Okay, so if the ball x, the x coordinate of the ball, is to the left, then we need to do dx times equals minus 1. And we need to say ball x is now equal to ball radius. Okay. Let me just double check my notes. Yeah, so that should do that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say this is the left side of the screen. Okay, this part here, line 161, ball Y less than ball radius. This is the top of the screen. And this down here is the bottom of the screen. Okay, and I'm just going to label this pound bug fix. That way it reminds me why I put that little bit of code in there. Okay, same there. Okay, so if I run that, it should run, whoops, time. Oh, you know what? I got 2 equal signs there. So I'm going to run that again just to make sure that my code works. If I hit in, seems to be going okay. Oh, look at that. You know how that fell down that side. I still got a bug in there. Aha! I think I found what's going on. Instead of dx times equals 1, I did times, or instead of dx times equals -1, I just said times equals 1. So that basically means I'm going to reset the ball x to ball radius. Okay. Hopefully I'll be able to clean that up in the text. All right, here we go. So let's try that. Okay, now it's bouncing right. Okay. Everybody, that's it for this one. I know that one's a little bit shorter, but we had to clean some stuff up. The next couple videos, we are going to take a look at our bricks, and we are going to get our bricks to do some interesting things when we hit them. All right, everybody, Breakout 14's next. Take care.